What's going on, guys? Moe TV back at it again with a brand new video. And as you guys might have noticed, the channel here is pretty much dead. And I don't know why. I do know why. A lot of it has to do with me not uploading enough content. But at the same time, the old content that I used to upload isn't really doing well anymore. And it's time for me to pivot. So in the next few months, I'm going to be testing out different things on my main channel. And one thing that interests me that I'm trying to learn about more is stock trading. And as you guys know, I do real estate and I do crypto, and I've dabbled in crypto trading in the past. I don't do as much anymore. I'm more of a buy and hold kind of guy, but lately, there's been a lot of craze with the stock market and everything. And on my stream, I've been, it's crazy because there's people on stream, like a lot of my viewers on stream, a lot of them are just really smart guys within different sectors. And I feel like there's a lot of smart finance guys, a lot of smart stock trading guys that watch me. And the last stream I did, I kind of brought up that I wanted to get into stocks. I've talked about this for the past couple months, and I've actually put money into a brokerage account, two different ones, one being TD Ameritrade, one being Robinhood. And basically what I want to do is I want to learn as I go and make investments within the stock market, and learn about learn about different kinds of investing within the stock market. In this video that you're going to see today, this was a clip from stream. It's pretty long, so just brace yourselves, but it's pretty much you guys, I heard about the GameStop stock, how it's just been going crazy due to like Reddit, Wall Street bets and all that stuff. And there's a guy that had options on GameStop that went from I don't even know the exact numbers, but I think it was something like 50 grand to like 20 million, 22 million, whatever, which is absolutely insane, right? So naturally I wanted to know hey, what the hell are stock options, option trading, all that stuff? Like, how do I trade options? How do I learn about it? And obviously, the people that I'm talking to here, I don't know if they're professionals, and I don't think anyone is a professional. And again, I'm not a professional at all, but I hope to kind of put these clips out there as for the beginners like me within the stock industry, within the stock market, and just learn little by little. I hope what you guys find in this video is informative, but by no means is this video going to make any of us really good traders. These are just average guys from my Twitch chat that I pulled into a Discord, and they were just explaining to me the basic concepts of it. But if this is something you guys enjoy on this channel, I don't mind pivoting, because I've always been, a big passion of mine is finance, real estate, crypto, all that stuff. And I want to diversify a little bit more and get into stock trading, and if I can, options trading. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please listen, guys, help me figure out what to do with this channel. So if you like the video, thumbs up, comment below, tell me what you guys want to see out of here. Appreciate you guys being around for so long. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Peace.
All right.
So all right, who's gonna do this explaining?
BlackBerry is gonna go up. Thank you so much.
Okay. So first and foremost, let me ask a couple questions here. Should I just not do this market order for tomorrow?
No, you shouldn't.
Okay.
No.
What do you want to know? You want to
Pre-market today was up 40%.
What's that mean? So tomorrow when it opens, it's gonna open 40% higher?
Yeah. So you would buy at 40% higher, which would
really?
So you don't want to do that.
Oh my god. So how do I do an options on it going higher?
Go back to the image that you had with those options, so I can explain it to you.
Explain that right here.
Okay. I don't know what your delay is. It seems like 10 seconds.
Yeah, around there.
Okay, so this guy his name is Deep Fucking Value. His YouTube is Roaring Kitty. He's been talking about GameStop for around 9 months now, or a year now. So basically, if you look at that, it says April 16, 2021 for $12 calls, right? Mm-hmm. So he's pretty much, he bought these options roughly 9 months ago. Oh god, there's a fucking ad. So that date that you see there, April 16, 2021, is when the contract is going to expire, and it's going to expire worthless, potentially. So what that means is after that date, that contract is no longer valid. Okay.
Mhm.
So you're given the obligation. So for every contract is 100 shares. So he purchased, I think it was 1,000 shares or 1,000 contracts. It says 800. He sold 200 today. So he purchased these contracts 9 months ago, and he is assuming that the price of GameStop is going to be $12 or above. Do you see the $12 call?
Yeah.
So basically, when he purchased GameStop, he was purchasing it when it was out of the money, which means it was roughly in the $6 range. So basically, he was making the assumption that
in a year it's going to be worth more
by next year. So let's say he purchased it in April of 2020 when the market when it took a shit, right? Because of COVID. So he said, okay, well, I'm going to purchase these contracts for next year, and I'm going to assume that it's going to be $12 and above, right?
Mhm.
So remember that each contract serves as 100 shares. You have the obligation to buy 100 shares per contract. So what you could do is you can close them out and you can buy those 100 shares for $12. So let's say in April of 2021. So right now they're at what, $80 right now, right?
Mhm.
So he has the right to have these contracts and purchase at $12. Does that make sense? So he can buy the shares.
So let me explain this. Right now, when he wants to, he could sell, like, let's say from the quantity, the 800 that he has right there, he could get
So
100 if he wants to sell 100 of them, he'll be able to get 1,000 shares at $12 a pop.
So sorry, not obligation, the right. So he sold 200 of these shares right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he had 1,000. You see quantity, it says 800. He had 1,000 in this morning. He closed out 200 of those for the price of the contract, which I believe was how much was it per contract?
31 cents, or 31 times 100.
Hold on.
I heard it.
Let me look at it.
6,400. Someone said
he sold it. Yeah, he sold it at like when the price was at 120 or so dollars, right? So he was $108 in the market, or I'm sorry, in the money. So he was making 108. So 108 times 100. So per contract, he was making 10,000. That's excluding implied volatility. Does that make sense?
So wait. So how is he when he decides to cash? Who pays him?
So he's purchasing these contracts through the market, right? So whatever brokerage he's on. So from that UI, he's got it from E-Trade, I believe.
So could he? Let me ask you this:
E-Trade.
Could the broker be like, or the brokerage be like, no, we're not going to pay this contract out?
He has the right. He purchased those shares, right? So he has the right to close them out. So if someone exercises those contracts, right? If someone like exercises those contracts, then it's sold and he makes that profit.
So does he get to pick whenever he wants to get out now?
Yes, he does.
So right now, he could
said,
cash. So if he decides this 800 quantity right now, that's roughly.
It says $5.2 million.
Yeah.
If it gets exercised, how many shares, right?
But he's the one who determines if it's exercised.
Well, he's the one that posts it up and says, "Yo, I'm closing these out. Anyone want them?" And then if it gets exercised, then he'll make that 5.2. That's why he's pretty much. So he had 1,000 of these. He's selling 200.
Oh,
he sold
he doesn't 200 today.
The price. He doesn't want to fuck up the market, right? So he's selling 200 today. Tomorrow he posts every single time. So every day, if you look up this guy, he posts it every single day. You're gonna see him. It's gonna go back down to 600 probably, right? And he's gonna slowly kind of lose all of his.
So someone has to buy that contract for him to be able to liquidate. What's the benefit of the people buying that contract? Is it
because of what's happening right now with the short? So what's happening right now is like fucking history, basically. So think of it this way: there are like these hedge funds. They're essentially borrowing these shares, okay? And what they're doing is they're borrowing these shares for a certain price. Like let's say the current price is $100, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to borrow, let's say, 1 million shares, and then I'm going to distribute or sell these shares. And I'm going to tell the marketers, hey, I'm going to pay you guys back later, but I'm going to pay you like, let's say in 6 months from now, right? And so what they're doing is they're predicting that the market is going to eventually go down in price. And so when it goes down in price, like, okay, I'm ready to pay you back your shares. So they're essentially making profit off that. So that's essentially what they're doing.
So that's what they're shorted the market.
So what all these Redditors are doing is essentially making sure that they can't do that, right? They're making sure that the price doesn't go down.
So, but how? But just by buying more and more and more all the time?
Yes.
They're shorting the stock to where like they shorted too much of the stock. There's not enough shares to go around for them to buy. So if so
no Redditors, if no one sells.
It's more than just them though. It's more than just them, but like it's just funny to there's a lot of noise in their realm, right?
I think there's like 140% of like short interest right now. So it's just like 40% over how much shares are left in the GameStop.
And does GameStop, the company, make any money out of this?
I mean, technically speaking, the directors and stuff, they have, I think, I can't remember how many days before they have to file what they've sold. But I mean, they can sell their shares, whatever they own, for whatever the price is currently.
Damn, so they're probably cashing out right now.
So when it hit $150, they could cash out. And I think they have, I can't remember, I think it's like 2 weeks or something like that. Maybe someone can correct me on that, but they have like 2 weeks to file for what they've sold, and then you'll be able to see like, oh, okay, like they cashed out.
So what's the best place to do these options?
I mean, that's left on you, right? Like, so this morning I bought $10,000 worth of contracts with GameStop, and I made $15,000 in a span of 30 minutes.
Okay,
you sold them though?
So I closed them out.
But you're looking at like the good stuff.
So it can be very fucking.
What's the worst case scenario?
He lost. Okay, so before, like recently, he was down 60 grand.
Right.
Before he diamond handed this thing.
How much? So let's say I start with 10. How much could I lose? Just the 10, or could I lose more than I?
You could only like
lose what you have.
10.
You only lose what you've put in.
You could have the option expire. So if it goes over the date, if you don't do anything to it, it'll just expire.
So if you put in 10K, you lose 10K, but your reward, I guess, is limitless, right? Technically speaking.
I see. So if I'm okay with losing 10K, I could throw it in, and I could just try. What's a call that I could do for a year from now?
So I already have. I have expiration dates for this week for GameStop. I don't know. I mean,
but their expiration dates that you just bought them.
So before the market. So what happened with GameStop is they had to liquidate, then it halted, right? And then once it halted, it just completely crashed from $150 to like $70 or something like that. And then I rebought back in the same contracts I purchased in the morning, and I sold for a 15K profit. And I'm holding it till probably Wednesday.
So right now you're 25K total into contracts right now for GME, or did you?
I didn't put the full profit in there. So I have $7,000 within 5 contracts with GameStop. They're $100 call. They're $100 strike price, and they expire this Friday. What does that mean? That's saying that I am predicting by this Friday that GameStop reaches $100 or above. If it does, I'm in the money. I'm profiting heavily. But even right now, my return is $165, and GameStop is at $88. And that's just because of
you bought it at a good time. So now you're willing to take the chance of like, but what if you start losing and you break even or less? Can you just cash out right there and then?
Yeah. So I mean, I've lost thousands of dollars.
Worst thing you could do is, or the worst case is, you hold it and it keeps going down to where you can't cover it anymore.
You lose zero. They become a penny. So $1.
Okay.
right?
So this guy just said you can buy a $55 call 4x contract on Neo until January. What's that mean?
So he's basically saying that for Neo, I don't know what he said. Okay, you said Neo.
Yeah.
So he said a $55 call. So he's basically saying that Neo is going to be at $55 or above at whatever the expiration date was. What did you say it was?
January, 1 year from now.
So a year from now. So you're pretty much purchasing these contracts. You're essentially paying this premium for a contract. So let's say it's like $100 for this contract, and you have the right to purchase 100 shares, right? For $55. Now, let's say Neo or whatever the stock was, let's say it's like $30. You're not going to execute that right now, right? You're fucking giving them free money. That doesn't make any sense because you're not in the money. So you want to wait until you're in the money before you actually do that. Unless
Neo's at $59.99 right now. He's saying you could buy a $55 call. I could buy it that it stays above this price for the next year.
Yeah, but the problem with that is that the premium is going to be expensive because it's already in the money.
Thinkorswim.
So you're going to have to pay a lot upfront for that call.
It's easier to trade on Thinkorswim. You can look at the options and stuff like that.
Can I do option trading on Thinkorswim?
These guys are talking about companies. The thing about options is when everybody knows the answer to something, it's already priced in. So you have to pay. You have to pay up for it. Like if you buy a stock option in GME right now, or
it's going to cost you a lot.
You're paying like 300% implied volatility. So you have to.
I wouldn't buy the GME. I think that ships
to buy weeklies and gamble this way. What you should be doing, because it's already priced in. Everybody knows what's going to happen. You know what I mean?
So I'll give you something a little bit more conservative if you want. So like looking at Apple, right? Apple's going to hit some record revenue numbers. They have their earnings on Wednesday after hours. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I purchased contracts for them as well. So I have
go to trade, Mo. Go to the trade tab.
I have $150 calls that are expiring this Friday. So basically I'm predicting that Apple's going to be at $150 or above by Friday.
What if it's at 150? What do you make?
So whatever the implied volatility is. So whatever, like there's algorithms or formulas, if you will, that will tell you how much you're making, right? It's going to say like, here's what your contract is valued at, right? So what is implied volatility? It's like think of it as like, okay, I have this amount of time left, right? And it's, if it spikes up, like let's say the stock market spikes up, your implied volatility spikes up. You have, it's basically saying like your momentum to reach this value is exceeding, right? So I'm going to give you a higher percent or a higher value. I'm kind of dumbing down like the terminology just so that you understand.
This option times and sales, is this everything that's happening in the market right now?
So let's talk about like, for example, GameStop.
No, these are just the trades that happened today.
Okay.
The calls are so expensive for it. Like if you go try to buy a GameStop call right now, like in order to make money off that call, you're gonna see that the stock price has to go up so much because
I'll tell you. So like here's what happened this morning. So this morning I woke up, GameStop was up $90. I was like, well, okay, fuck it. I think it was 15K on GameStop.
Go to the option chain.
Hold on. Okay, so
you go to the option chain, you can see percentages. You know what I mean? You see like over 100%.
Option chain doesn't really have like a lot of stuff on it here. Am I looking at this right? Which one? 9th February 2021. Let's talk one at a time. So like right here, this options. This is this Thinkorswim. Is it hard to do option trading on Thinkorswim because it's like?
Bro, Thinkorswim, if you're trying to just learn options, I would probably sway away from it and just like join Robinhood. You'll have you'll have an easier time, and it kind of is like noob friendly. So you don't do some stupid fucking...
on my web, or is it only on the app?
Both.
You can go on the web. You can actually go on the web.
You can do both, yeah.
But like I said, if you're new to options trading and just writing contracts or buying contracts, whatever, then I would just work with Robinhood for now until you understand the system.
Let me ask you guys this right now. Should I hold on, let me make sure I got all my SNX out of
There are a lot of strategies, by the way, with
Like,
doing options.
Mo,
What you're doing right now,
yeah.
just so you know, is like straight fucking gambling. Like if you want an actual strategy with options trading, like look up wheel strategy. That's like something that I do a lot,
Yeah,
which is
that's a
like
very safe
which is a
strategy.
steady income, something that I make like $1,000 a week pretty much doing, which it basically requires you to have a large amount of capital, but it allows you to just have that steady income. And it's, to me, in my opinion, and obviously like it's just my opinion, it's probably the safest bet to work with. But
Wait. So but how safe are you talking? Like, is it guaranteed? Like, little income?
I mean, I would need to like spend quite some time like explaining it to you thoroughly, but just like with what the wheel strategy means, what you're doing, it's essentially investing into. It's pretty much doing a long-term investment on a symbol that you believe has great potential in the future, if that makes sense.
I believe those are called leaps, right?
Wheel strategy.
Yeah, leaps. Like
There are leaps. That's not
out,
necessarily no.
No, it's different. Leaps is just basically buying like long-term calls for cheap.
Yeah. So wheel strategy is essentially writing contracts. So you are creating those contracts that like those people are, the crazy people are buying.
So I should have
so you're
actually
selling
just
the
made a
premium.
Robinhood account from the beginning and put money into that. How
Yeah,
long does
Robinhood
it
is way
take to
better.
fund a Robinhood?
Fuck, I forgot about that. So
They
you
have
would need
margin
to.
trading, so as soon as you set your deposit, Mo, you'll be able to trade that money. So like, let's say you.
No, it's a fucking bitch. So you need to like pay $5 a month for Robinhood Gold, is what I would suggest.
How long
Right,
does it take?
Robinhood.
I think you can do an instant deposit of 1K, and then you'll be able to fuck with 1K, and then if you do
Hold on.
Robinhood Gold, it's like 15K or something.
All right.
I can't remember. It's been a little bit.
What
but,
if it's brokerage to brokerage? You can't do that?
I don't know if they have that enabled right now. Get Gold, you can put 5K. Yeah, there you go. So
I can put 5K.
I'm not,
and then
by
is
by the way,
options trading the same as like leverage, or no? Is that a whole different thing?
No, it's different.
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
wish I had
you
a
can
whiteboard and I can
leverage
explain
the
it to you.
options, but it's like it's a different, like, leverage is like a general term.
Hold on, maybe let me do 10,000. Let me try that.
And by the way, I'm not like any expert, just so you know. I can explain to you like all that I know with options, which is the super basics. It can probably get super complicated.
I'm
with,
logging into my bank through the thing, and I want to put 10,000. But would it allow me? Once
I think
I'm
you'll
in,
be able to mess with 5K if you're
Okay.
Robinhood Gold.
So I should just upgrade to a gold when they let me.
Yeah. So basically, the more money you put in, and the more like once your bank accepts it, then it's like, okay, now they'll up it up to like 10K. Then they'll do 20K. I think I can. The max is 50K. So.
I know, babe. I'm sorry.
There's a problem
I
with
know. I
Robinhood.
gotta.
Whenever there's a big
Your
day in the stock market,
Hold on,
it
babe.
doesn't work. It's not a good day.
Buying power. It says 1,000. How do I go to gold? I'll be right back. I'll be done right now. Accounts. My son's sick, so I gotta like. I see account. I think I could do it. Withdrawable cash, day trades. No, I want to do.
Shit, I don't know honestly, because I'm already a gold member. So maybe settings. Yeah, go to settings maybe.
I see messages. Settings.
Scroll down. I'll say yeah. Okay, hold on. So go to accounts, like on the top right. Click on account.
Get options
again.
trading. That one. Get options
then
trading.
Settings. No, hold on. Hit settings and Robinhood Gold, and it'll say upgrade to gold.
I see settings, and I'm on account, and I don't see any.
You still need to apply to
Robinhood Gold.
Do you need? Oh, he probably does need to apply to. Yeah, I think they're gonna ask you like a bullshit series of questions, like, "Hey, do you know what you're doing?"
When, like later, or like where did
I think you might need to do it now. With
complete your
options
investment
trading.
profile? All right, I'm doing that.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, employed. Next. I did that. Continue.
You want to lie on there. I think you want to say you have traded for a year or two.
5, 6. How many dependents do I have? 5.
Might get kicked out soon from your bot, but.
What is the total value of your cash and liquid investments?
$12.
I have to put like how much cash I have.
I guess.
All
Yeah,
right.
I mean, you can bullshit your way. Like,
All right. Approximate total net worth. Okay, nice. 10 million. Nice. What is your approximate yearly income? All right. 8 million. Nice. What else? I'm making all this up, by the way. What is your overall investment objective? Growth.
Mo, have you ever put real money into this, like where you can
Less
buy
than 4
good
years.
amounts
4
of
to
stock?
7 years.
You definitely want to put money. You want to buy stocks where the implied volatility is
For
high.
how much investment
wanna
experience
sell
do you
stock
have? Do I put I know what
options.
I'm doing, or do I put not much?
You know what you're doing.
so you know what you're doing.
I know what I'm doing. The global stock sell all of your investments, sell some. The global stock market is off. If your entire investment portfolio lost 10% of its value, keep all or buy more. Yeah, I do that with Bitcoin. How important is liquidity to you? Somewhat important. Not important. Somewhat important. All right, continue. Done. Okay. So now what? I'm waiting.
What did it say?
It's only giving me $1,000, dude. Like,
Yeah, I know. Go to Robinhood Gold though, not see if you can upgrade to gold.
it's not giving me that
And I
option
think-
anywhere. How
Did
do
you go to
continue?
account?
Wait, now it's making me redo this. Oh my god! Don't tell me this is a thing. Profile, free stock accounts, recurring history, document settings. Did it just not work?
I'm not sure. I'd have to look at like what you're looking at. Unfortunately, it's been a while since I've set it up.
Hold on, I'm gonna add the Robinhood to my authenticator.
Yeah, do 2FA for sure.
Try not to buy stock options with the implied volatility. It's over 100, 125%.
Wait, say that
How
again.
much is BB at? Do you know? Let me check.
200%.
Damn.
Already?
Like for exactly with like a stock option in BB, for example, right? Let's see, the implied volatility is over 200%. So if you buy the stock itself for $19, you can sell a stock option and collect about 25 to 30% of the stock price. You know what I mean? Like, so if you could get the BB stock at $19, you could sell a call option, which means you will collect the money from the guy who buys it, and you could collect about $4 or $5 from it. You know what I mean? And you could still make $4 in the week, but if it doesn't go up, you collect the $4 that you sold to the guy. Bought it from you. You know what I mean?
Robinhood, hold on. But I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I didn't hear anything you said.
Yeah, Mo is about to get confused because he barely understands.
Yeah. I want you guys to like.
calls.
Here's what I think we should do here. We'll make this little group a stock. We'll do a private Discord channel here. I'll call it stock options or whatever. I'll make it private, and we'll start meeting up every now and then and making plays.
Well,
You're
honestly,
you're
Mo, I'll
each
be
required
honest.
to make
I'm
one
talking
play a
about
month, or you're
strategies, you
kicked.
fucking dweebs.
I don't think
We need one play a month or one play a week, or you're kicked from the group. That's how we roll here.
I think you just need to first understand the basic fundamentals. And to be honest, the best way to doing that, at least for me, the way that I learned the best was just doing something very small, right? Writing a contract, buying a contract, doing that very, very small. Just it doesn't have to be, fucking spend thousands of dollars. Just do it a couple times, build your muscle memory and understand the fundamentals of like what you're doing and reading the context of like how to purchase, how to close, how to open. And then from there you can start doing some big plays and doing your fucking sweet
Bro, Mo
bonanza
is
shit.
trying to ride the Wall
Yeah, bro.
Street best way.
When you're good at this, bro, you could be selling covered calls to people.
Because Mo, I swear to God, you're
Selling
gonna
naked
fucking be the
calls,
guy
naked puts.
that you're gonna think you're buying something, but then you close it and then you look like just take it one step at a time for this because you can really fuck yourself up. Like,
But I can't
it
fuck
just-
myself more than what I have in my account.
True, you can't,
right?
but you
So
can
as long
fuck
as I
yourself
keep
on a
that
lot.
number like what I'm comfortable
That's
losing.
what I'm saying. Play with something small for now until you understand the fundamentals, then work your way up, right? And
All right.
it doesn't. I'm not saying fucking spend a month, but just like understand for like a couple days what you're doing
So
before you just.
are any of you making any options calls at all?
Yes,
Yeah,
today.
told you.
But like long term. I'm talking a year from now.
I've
got
had
some Expedia
Chevron.
leaps to expire next year.
I've had Chevron calls for over a year. They're dog shit now, but they were up
I've got Airbnb at 125.
1300% at one point. So I mean, right now I'm out of all contracts. I was running the wheel strategy for a pretty long time, and just generating steady
Who
income.
do you recommend for like
$14?
to watch to learn more about this? But like someone who's noob friendly to watch.
I'm an
send you
amateur,
some-
but I got Corsair at $14.
I'll send you like YouTube videos of like just a couple of things that helped me.
Just link them in the general chat here. Mate, anything you guys want to talk about
the
for stocks, put it in
YouTuber-
the general chat in this one. In this.
YouTuber named In the Money. He's like the most noob friendly, and he explains basically everything.
Honest,
And the
I mean,
money.
here's the thing though. People can regurgitate all this. I can fucking sit here and speak to you and just for 30 minutes. It won't make sense until you
Mo,
actually do it.
the play for the next 12 months, dude, it's going to be the comeback story. You know, like the beer companies, the athleisure, the
Airlines?
stuff,
Airlines, yeah,
Boeing, you know,
definitely
like
airlines.
everything.
I'm thinking
Everything
about
that you
buying,
think is
like,
going to come back, it'll come back.
But what's real? Isn't everything high right now anyway? Or
Yeah,
no?
everything is high right now. That's
So it's
why
like,
you have.
so none of them are coming back because they're all high.
No, but if you look at, for example, like the airline,
You have to be-
companies,
you
like,
have to
they're
be
all
protected.
in the shit right now.
All the
Even
airlines
if
are
this-
like shit right now.
Yeah, look it up for yourself.
Yeah,
like
not
the-
don't just the airlines. The airlines have a lot of debt, but I'm saying like a lot of these big companies like beer, like Budweiser.
What about Corona?
Yeah. The owner of Corona is this company called BUD.
Uh-huh.
Ticker symbol is BUD. It's Anheuser-Busch.
Oh,
They,
Budweiser owns Corona. I didn't know that.
They own all the they own everything. They own Budweiser. They own Corona. They own fucking no, they don't. Oh yeah, they do own Stella Artois.
Oh my
own
god, that's my
everything.
favorite beer.
Yeah, they own everything. That's a good one. It's been falling. It could go down another 10% in a little correction. I don't know. This market is high, but the stocks are going to go up again. It's inevitable. We have so much money in the economy that this is just Constellation Brands owns Corona in the United States, but Corona everywhere else in the world is owned by Anheuser-Busch, BUD. And everybody's going to be traveling next year too, you know what I mean? So like Airbnbs, weddings aren't happening until next year, so you know those type of things. So it's easy.
Airbnb is a safe call. Is a safe call because it's a really good company.
Airbnb is pretty expensive. I do own Airbnb. I have
Yeah.
some covered calls in Airbnb because it has gone up a lot. But if you want to invest in something that does something similar to Airbnb, Expedia owns this company called VRBO, and they are direct competition to Airbnb. And one of the best Wall Street analysts.
Do I turn on margin or not?
No, keep it off for now until you
Continue
Yeah.
without margin.
Yeah.
Margin
Just,
is pretty much the leverage shit.
Basically you're borrowing money from Robinhood. That's what you're doing, and it'll cost you a small amount of interest. It's not much, honestly.
But if you know what you're doing, you could leverage it into a lot of money. Done. Or I got gold. It worked on the app. So now
Yo, Mo,
I have
I
5,000.
just,
Now I have 5,000 buying power.
I just linked. to
VRBO is
YouTuber.
owned by
That dude is
Expedia
really
Group.
good.
I keep getting fucking kicked. Can you verify me, Mo?
How do I verify you, dude? I don't even. What's your
It
name?
sends
Ash.
you a chat,
Yeah.
and you verify yourself. I
You have to
think.
verify yourself. I think. How do I remove
Just
that?
kick the ball, bro. Just ban it.
Oh, verified. I verified you. All right.
You remove unverified if you can.
Wait, Ash, did you get BB today? Are you getting BB for tomorrow? The calls?
No, because someone said BB was expensive, right?
No, I have GameStop calls, Apple calls, because I'm playing.
Okay,
don't wanna
so now hold on.
buy the stock options in BB. The stock options are expensive, but the stock itself is not bad.
Okay, so I have my buying power now. Okay, so now online, where do I go online to see something? You guys don't use the
Just
web,
go to
right?
Robinhood.com. So if you're on Robinhood.com, like literally
Uh,
logged in, you'll be able to see your graph, right? Do
I
you see a graph?
I see lists on the right.
You see lists on the right. Do you see a graph like on the top middle?
Nope. Oh, I
Does
do
it say
now. I
one
do
day,
now. I
one
do.
week?
I do now. Yeah.
Okay. So this is your front page. So like this is
Yeah.
what you see. So that graph is your graph.
Here, I'm
and
gonna
how
show. I'm
you
gonna show the
represent
screen.
market.
I'm gonna show
So
the
you can
screen.
share your screen. Just do one thing. Do not go and click into account and all of that shit, right?
Okay. Okay. So,
But otherwise, like you can click into anything else
Alright, show
within
me-
this.
show me now.
And you'll be fine.
I'm almost done, babe. I swear they're just teaching me how to gamble on the stock market.
But like showing like the UI is very like you'll be fine, right? So
I love your wife, by the way.
so
just don't
Thank
go
you.
into your account.
okay.
Okay, so you see where it says search?
Yeah.
Like let's just do Apple really quick. So just type APPL
Okay.
at the top. Type APPL.
Got it.
Oh, you're fucking delay. I keep forgetting.
Is there no Robinhood app like a
There
desktop
is
app?
a phone app. Oh, I don't know. No, I don't think there's a desktop app. Oh, so you have. It looks like options trading is not enabled. So you see where it says add to list? Just below it should say, or just above it should say trade options. So I'll tab into your camera again and go into your account settings, and enable options trading.
Account settings.
Just go into your.
Get options.
Make sure you're
trade.
not
Oh,
showing.
I think I gotta wait. Isn't that the one where like they have to approve it?
No, maybe.
Yeah, but it is, but it should be pretty quick.
They
I
might
don't
have
know if they
already.
manually do it, but for me it was really quick when they approved it.
How quick were you talking? Like the same hour?
Like I'm talking about like 2-3
oh,
minutes.
hold on. Get your
type thing.
options to help us determine your preferred.
I don't think
no.
I don't think you're gonna ever get into
Are
this
you registered with a
unless you
financial
put, like,
regulator? No.
50 grand into it.
How many years have you traded options? 1 to 2 years?
Sure.
All right. I've entered a spread before or know how to enter. I'm not sure how to enter a spread. I'm just gonna say I know what I'm doing, but I don't know anything. All right.
They don't call you and ask you what a spread is.
Oh my god.
They'll
Just say,
call?
I don't know yet.
They don't
YouTube
call,
will
do
teach
they?
me. No.
All
Spread
right.
is just when you buy and sell a call option or a put option.
All right. Done. Congratulations. I have it
At the
now.
same
So
time.
now when I go back
Nice,
to
dude. You're a
Apple,
fucking pro.
that's
Go
it.
to
That's all
Apple
it
and
takes,
see.
boys. Hold on. Let me just make sure.
You're a pro now.
Trade
Let's
Apple
go.
options. I
Flip
see
the
it right
money.
now.
Let's
Look,
go,
check it
baby.
out. So right there it says trade AAPL option. So if I click that, now what am I looking at?
So let me see
Now
your
there
screen.
should be options at different strike prices, and at each strike price it should be different premiums.
Okay. So now you have buy, sell, call,
Top is
put.
expiration
Okay.
dates.
So you have this call put toggle. Right now it's highlighted as call. What you're saying is you're purchasing a call contract. So you are assuming that the strike price. So let's say you're trying to buy a contract at $143, right? You see that it's $4.90.
Yes.
That's actually $490 is what it'll cost you
Because it's $100 a contract.
because it's
all,
$100,
is it
right.
always $100 a contract?
It's always times 100, whatever you see here. So $4.90 equals 490 bucks, right? So click that plus sign there really quick on that 490. Oh, you're delayed, so I can't.
Okay, I did. It says
Okay, so
long
now
call.
you see that it's added it to this side panel. So if you hit continue,
contract. So I put let's say I put 10 contracts. That's $4,900, and it's good
Correct.
till what's the date? January 29th of this.
So you see,
so next week.
exactly. So that's this Friday, right? So hold on before you do anything. You're kind of delayed, so I apologize.
I already did the order. I confirmed it. Hell yeah, we're in, boys.
No,
I'm kidding. I didn't do it.
wait. Okay. Okay. So what you're saying here, like, what does this all mean in front of you? You are essentially buying 10 contracts, right? Which gives you the rights to have 1,000 shares for $143, right? So let's say they do really well in earnings on Wednesday after hours, and they kill it. They talk about the new the chips that they have and how they're pushing away from Intel, blah 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 blah. They just spew bullshit, right? And it spikes up to $150. Okay. So that's $7 in the money, right? So you basically made $700 per contract just off pure strike price value. Does that make sense?
So if it goes above 150, so 143, hold on. So just off if it's so 150 would be $7 over the strike price. You times that by
100.
100, and
You
that's
get your
what
700.
I got 700 per contract by times 10, 7,000.
7K.
So
So
that
you've made
7K essentially, I could if it goes up to 150, but if it keeps going up, I just keep making that spread.
so it depends.
Yeah.
So here's what
minus
happens.
the premium too. You have to subtract the premium that you paid.
Right. So whatever it costed you. So you made 400. You paid 490 per contract, right?
So
But
4,900.
then how much? Right. So your 7K
you
that
minus
you made,
40, not
but you're
5K.
also
pretty
paying
much.
4,900, right? So you make that. So here's the thing, though. What I said was that 7K, right, in the money is just off in the money. So if you click on 143, like that row, just click into that really quick. Now a bunch of shit popped up,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so these are basically, so now we're looking at the Greeks. So now we have delta, gamma, theta, vega, rho. So, and then if you look at the top there, right under where it says previous close, it says implied volatility, right? Do you see that?
Yeah.
That's what everyone's talking about. So what happens is, like, if Apple shoots up really fast, that percentage value is going to go up, and that's what will help drive the price. So each of these Greek values,
it'll help your option be worth more.
right?
Okay.
Each of these Greek values signify, or are, I guess, they own a certain way for how this contract's value is driven. Okay, so there's theta decay. You see how it's negative 0.61. There's this theta decay. So based off of your time of when this expiration date is, this value is going to dictate the way that theta is being used. It's going to dictate how much it's decaying by, right?
Okay.
And I might be a little
Per
bit off
day.
here, but it's per
Yeah,
right.
no, you're right. It's per day right there. The 60, it loses 60. Let's say tomorrow, right? Apple closes at the same price it's at right now, then your option contract will be 61 cents less than what it's worth right now.
Right.
Because of that
Does that make
decay.
sense? Yeah,
Because of
the
theta
decay.
So
decay.
you want it to be always higher than negative.
No. It's always gonna. If you buy,
it's
if
okay.
you're buying something, then the theta is always going to be negative.
Okay.
Right.
You want that to be close to zero. I mean, close to zero if you can. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
if
this
you-
play
if
right
you
here
purchase-
isn't that great of a play to do. This is kind of risky because we don't know. This is all reliant on the call, the earnings call on Wednesday.
Right. It's really fucking
Exactly.
risky.
It's really
Absolutely. So that's good that you're able to identify that it's a
But
risky
I feel
play.
like I want to do it.
Because well, hold on, before you just do this, right, you have to, so as you increase your strike price value, if you notice, the prices correlate to being it being cheaper, right? Because
I see.
you're being further out, what they say is you're being further out the money. So because the share price is at $142.78, you were trying to purchase $143. Well, it's pretty fucking obvious, you know, if the market just goes up a tad bit, you're in the money. You've made money. You've made
So if I want to
profit.
get real crazy with it, I could do
So
the
yeah,
170 price.
here's like the crazy
That's what
shit.
Yeah.
GameStop did.
So here's the crazy shit with
Yeah,
GameStop.
This is what a lot of pros do.
Yeah, they buy these contracts dirt cheap for a long period, and then they just wait. And if the stock shoots up, you make so
But it
much
says
money.
here it says
Hold
goods
on,
till
hold on. You're
canceled.
clicking too much. You're
Yeah,
clicking
but
too much.
how do I
Just
make
stop.
it? It's on the expiring January 29th.
Stop.
I could change that, right?
Go back. You
Go
have
back
to
to
go
170?
back where
Yeah,
it gets custom. So where it says custom, go back and then exit out of your current selected value, because I believe you have like multiple now.
Oh, I see. It's like a parlay when I'm betting.
Yeah, just do
Boom,
one.
got it.
Yeah.
Nice.
That-
Damn, I
that-
could
that
parlay
can-
this shit.
Yeah, you can
Okay,
parlay
so-
it. You can make it so it costs less too. Like eat your contracts.
So
If you don't
so
wanna
here's
pay,
what
you can
happened
sell and buy.
with that one guy, right? With the GameStop guy. He pretty much analyzed GameStop for months ago. And GameStop was roughly at $5, right?
Mhm.
So he went so fucking out the money. He went so far off what the current price is and bought these at like super dirt cheap, right? He bought by the thousands. He had other call contracts already purchased, and he bought them by the thousands. And because he knew, you know, like a year from when he purchased it,
Mhm.
it's going to be driven up in price. And so each of these, if you're noticing, like what you selected there was $26, $14, $10. So like if you know, for example, like he did all his research, he found out that GameStop is going to be is the highest shorted stock in the market in the industry right now, yada yada yada. He did his research, so he bought all of these, and he
I
was able
see.
to make insane
How
profit.
does so what? Like right now, I'm looking at January 21st, right?
He did not gamble. You
2022.
can watch his 15 videos of him talk about GameStop.
Hold on, January 21st, 2022. If I'm
Yeah,
gonna do a
so-
long-term one, this would be a good one on Apple, like to do say that the price potentially
Right.
will be over 250 in one year.
But notice that your price you're paying a higher premium, right?
Yeah.
Notice how it's $272 for a $250 strike price. Why is it so expensive? Because you're buying so far out the fucking the current date
You're paying
that
for
it's
time, basically.
that you're paying. Yeah, you're essentially paying for time, right? Those Greek values that you're looking at, that's exactly what like how it's being formulated or calculated from. And
So wait. Explain to me again. Because my price for these 272
Mhm.
is
So
actually
okay,
high.
go back to January 29th of today, like of this week, and look at the
Okay.
$250 strike price.
It's gonna be cheaper.
It's gonna be like a cent, like 1 penny, I
It's
think.
not even showing it because it's so far out.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
are none because
There might
it's
not
just too
even
far
be.
away.
The marketers probably didn't even open up to 250 because they're pretty much saying there's no fucking way by January 29th there's going to be a $250 strike
I
price,
see.
right?
I see. What
And
you're
so,
saying.
like, if you notice at our $200 strike price, we have $4. But if you go back to next year
stock
for the
price
same
has to
strike
move time.
price,
Oh, it's $2. So how do I
Yeah.
get the crazier strike price of over 250?
well, okay, look, $200 is pretty fucking, like, if
Well,
you,
can't. There are these people. It's called the CME. They determine how many strike prices there are, and if a stock moves up, then they'll create more strike
So
prices.
what are the
with
odds
time.
that it goes up to 180? Let's talk numbers right now.
I mean, Apple is worth like
140.
I mean, you have to do
$1.5
a
billion,
cash flow analysis,
so
bro.
for it to go like up too much is kind of very, very like unlikely. That's why the option is so cheap.
But I could do like for February 5th, for instance, 2 weeks. I could do like different options, right?
Yeah.
And these dates are predetermined every time.
Yeah, it's not
so they're
They're-
so most tickers are every week, and then they will skyrocket.
So
like,
I could
always,
do one that expires March 17th, 2023.
if you want, but like
There's
you're
no
going to be
reason. What
fucking
the
holding
hell?
it for 2 years.
Wait,
you know?
why is
like,
it $15 for that one?
I mean, the only people who are ever
Because,
buying
Mo,
these ones
you're
are trying
paying-
to
Paying for the
make money on
time.
the Apple
You're
Card.
paying for the time. You're paying for 2 fucking years. Like no, there's no like
No one
if
does
Apple's just successful, you know, and they just tickle your balls with iPhone 20, you know, 2 years later, it's gonna go up
Honestly,
to
it's cheap
$200
though. I
bucks.
mean, $200 strike prices are cheap right now. Only $15 is pretty cheap.
Really? So
It's
right now,
23.
so if I buy what? So let's do some like
Like if you look at the implied volatility, it's probably like 70%, something like that.
38%. Is that bad?
Wow, yeah, that's really cheap. Yeah, that's really cheap. So,
So
what,
is
that's
this a
the
good
thing, you have to
2-year
look at
play?
implied volatility to see. Yeah,
So like so you're telling me in 2 years, if it's worth more than 215, I'm making money.
then you're making profit. Every dollar, you know, you make $100 per contract after 250.
How many
215,
contracts can I
55.
buy total right now?
You can buy as many as you want, bro.
Well,
Deposit more money, bro.
I could only if I
You can
buy
deposit more money,
if
bro.
I buy
Buy as many
no,
as you want.
1,000 contracts is way too much. But is this a pretty safe bet for Apple or nah?
I mean, honestly, the stock market is high right now.
Yeah,
It's
the
prime for a
stock market
correction.
is really expensive. We don't like people don't know what's gonna happen like 6 months from now. Maybe a big correction.
Everything is 50-50 right
Yeah.
now, bro. Honestly. You definitely want to buy in a down day. Tomorrow is a down day, but I don't know,
So
you might be able to get a better price.
give me a freaking play, boys. What's an options play for
Wait,
this
but Mo, you
week?
never asked how do you actually make the money off options?
GameStop options. You said you can't even make money on GameStop options right now, right? See, it's at
What?
88 right now. It says.
Yeah, you want to buy if you want to buy GameStop, you have to buy the stock itself. You're not going to make any money on the stock option. I mean, it's very. You want to sell the stock option, if anything, and buy the stock.
What if? All right. What are the puts? That's shorting, right?
Puts is the opposite.
Yeah.
So now maybe the play would be to short GameStop.
Yeah, but it's too expensive. The implied volatility is like 300%.
It says 620% here.
Wow. Yeah, that's insane, bro.
What the hell
So
is
it
that?
has to go down like 35% for you to even make a dollar. You know what I mean? Process.
Damn, never mind. That's
Like,
crazy.
look, Mo, look. On the right of the strike price, it tells you what your break-even price would be. Like on each option, there
I
is.
see. I see.
So look how much it has to go down for you to make money off that certain. Like, it's crazy.
It is crazy, yeah. Because
Yeah,
50, it has to go down $30 just for me to make money.
But
See,
that's only if you're
doing
gonna
though,
exercise the shares.
You want to be
So-
selling these.
It
wanna
doesn't
be
give me the
selling these
option.
contracts,
The
bro.
best
I mean,
one I
even
could
if
get
you
is
want your option to be worth anything, it has to reach the break-even price.
Not necessarily, because
Or
you
else
make
you're gonna sell
money.
for a
You make
loss.
money off implied volatility. So remember, an options contract is the right to buy 100 shares, but not the obligation. People trade options contracts and don't give a fuck about buying the 100 shares. That's one thing that you have to keep in mind.
I mean, that's
if you're
the-
up,
that's the
if
What am
you're
I
up,
doing
Mo,
wrong
if
right
you're
here?
up $3,000 on an options contract, you can sell that contract
Well, I'm doing
and,
something
and
wrong,
not
I
give a
think.
fuck about the 100 shares.
We never told Mo how you actually make money off contracts.
But that's what Mo wants to do, though. You guys keep
Yeah,
explaining.
so Mo, you
the
don't,
100
you don't
shares.
actually.
Wait
you
until
can either
March
buy
or April
the
to buy
shares,
Neo.
or you could sell the contract itself.
You have to
So-
wait a few months for this one.
Oh, for the Neo?
Yeah, because in a few months there are two Chinese companies who just went public, and there's this thing after 6 months of going public, it's a lockup expiration where people who own the company already they can sell their shares, and there are two Chinese and EV companies who just went public.
So
and they're gonna
Neo,
be able
so
to sell
Neo,
shares.
but someone said I could buy something on Neo earlier. Were they like, what were they saying? I
Yeah,
forgot.
I mean, there are a lot of people who buy leaps. If you buy like the long term ones, like the 2023 ones, people are gambling on those ones.
Wait,
Like my dad, he started trading this year, and he has some Neo contracts, some call options.
he's saying that over. I don't even know. Like, I don't know why is it all red just because it's of this specific order? Am I?
Go to calls, hit calls, and buy. Why is it all red?
I think I fucked something up in my. I don't know where. Okay, hold on.
It's just red because of Robinhood being bad and updating things. It's just like
It just changes colors on you.
Wait, now
Yeah,
it's
it's just-
opposite colors.
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
Wait, the
Don't worry
call
about
is am I calling or like what am I doing right now? All right,
Yeah, you're under calls right now.
all right. So Neo, I'm looking at Neo right now. So let's say Neo is by January 21st, 20. I think it's gonna be over $100. And if it goes over, is that what I'm saying here on the $12
Yeah.
buy? So if I say that,
Exactly.
if I continue on that, I'd buy 100. If I buy 100 shares, let's say like 10 shares of that, or whatever I can afford right now, 5 shares for 400. All right, 400 shares, which is 4 contracts, right? Yeah, I'm saying that. Let's say we're a year later now, and it's 2022, and now Neo is worth $200. What's that mean? Does it mean that $80 difference, or that $90 or that $88 difference per share is my profit?
Yeah, minus the premium that you paid.
Wait, I thought the break even takes the premium already.
Yes, it does. If you were.
I'm not going by the 100 price. I'm going by the break
you're
even.
Going by break even. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that break even implies the premium.
So that means that $88 would be 88 times, what is it, 400?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. That's what it is.
88 times 400. So it's essentially it could be 35 grand. Could be the play in 1 year.
Yep.
So I could do this, or I could just throw this motherfucker all on roulette right now
Exactly.
and probably make the money quicker.
Yep. Bro, this isn't
Dude,
a gamble.
this might be something
This is
I
the
want to do.
job. This is a job. This is like
I might do this one though. What do you guys think about Neo being over 100 in over 112 in however many years?
Yo,
I don't think it's.
Biden
think
actually
it's
announced
worth
that cars are going to electric vehicles. Like the government is switching over, so Neo and Workhorse are all not bad picks.
Mo, it all depends
Yeah,
on
but
what you think.
The thing is, Mo, a lot of these kids, bro, they're gonna tell you to buy all this EV shit, and it might go up. It might go up because people are crazy and they can manipulate prices. But if Neo were to hit $112, it would be worth approximately the same as Toyota Motors. And Toyota Motors sells what? I think they sold like 10 million cars last year, and Neo
Yeah, but
sold 4,000.
Isn't the same as
5,000,
Tesla? But that's the same as Tesla, though, right?
60,000 cars this year.
Yeah, and that's
What?
why people are saying
Yeah,
that
but
Tesla's
Tesla-
in a bubble right now.
Yeah, but Tesla's still like Tesla did the same shit pretty much, essentially.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
why
basically,
everyone's
but
speculating.
that doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that Tesla is worth what it's trading at today.
So
Yeah.
let's
And it
short
doesn't mean-
Tesla then, pussy.
But Tesla also has a lot of other plays. Tesla has a lot of other plays that Neo doesn't. You know what I mean? Like they're banking on a lot of other things from Tesla.
I'm down to sell Tesla right now. Let's short that bitch.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of there is this play that I put in where
You want to short Tesla, dude? I can't wait till you see the
you short
premiums.
Tesla, but if you short
Two-
Tesla, you want to sell. You
225
want to
right
sell
here.
calls. You don't want to buy puts. You want to
Oh, hold on,
sell
hold on.
calls if you want to short Tesla.
Hold
a
on, no, I'm in
true
the
OG.
Hold on, let me see these premiums. If I want to short Tesla, what am I looking at? 80% implied volatility. It's not bad.
God.
Yeah, but you could look, Mo. Look, you could sell calls in Tesla, right? And you could collect the money. You could collect the money from the calls, and you could buy Neo with it. That's what
Oh
That's
my
what I did.
God.
That's what I did.
Wait.
10 Tesla calls at $1,000 strike price, expiring next year. $1,000.
How did you sell them? Like
And
someone has to buy them for
I
you to
used
sell them?
all that money and I put it into Neo calls, and I've made a shit ton of money.
10
And
Tesla
in just the
calls.
last few weeks too.
So you
So
had
you
10
could buy,
Tesla
you could
calls.
short Tesla and use the money to buy Neo.
But how wait, how did that work though? Because Tesla's been going up.
No, I mean I did this a few weeks ago. Tesla's been trading at 800 for a while now. For a few weeks now.
So do you think
about a month.
do we think Tesla in fuck man, I wish I just had some fucking insider trading knowledge right now.
Yo, Mo, now that you mentioned that, I'm glad you mentioned that. So I know you seen my message earlier in the chat where I mentioned bar chart. Just go ahead and do it real quick. It's very simple. I'll open your screen and I'll tell you what to look at. So there's a thing where institutions can hide their money when buying stocks, but they cannot hide their money when buying options. So what you want to do is you go on barchart.com,
I'm there.
and then on the right side, hold on, let me open your stream up.
No, just tell me
on
you
the
don't want
right
it and
side-
tell me while you're doing it, and then open my stream up. But do it while you do it.
Okay, so you go on barchart.com, and then you want to go to where it says menu on the top right,
Menu.
and then you go to options,
I'm just gonna go, okay, options. All right, go.
options, and then it says unusual options activity.
Unusual options activity. Okay.
There's also Discords that will just do that for you. So
You can either click click the volume tab,
okay.
and then it'll tell you, it'll go from the top to the bottom. So it'll tell you what the institutions, like where big money is betting that the price is gonna go. So like that first tab, it says price. So it'll tell you like what strike they're betting for and how much money is getting put into it.
Wait, so this the GME one says $6. What's that mean?
So someone you want to let it refresh because this updates every day.
Okay, but this is you want me to wait 24 hours for it to refresh?
When the market opens, this is when the call activity starts moving. So like for instance, I was watching it today and there was a lot of call options for 150, 160 for Apple. There was a few Tesla $1,000 calls, and which I was in. It peaked 1.7K this morning.
Amazon, boy.
What's that mean? It peaked 1.7K.
So my options contract, I bought it for $300.
Oh, just by Amazon,
and it peaked at the high price was 1.7K.
How did your option go up? Did the price of Apple go up? Or Tesla? You said Tesla, right?
Tesla, yeah. Tesla is expected to hit $1,000 within the next 2 weeks.
Oh, I see.
But basically institutions, they can't hide their money through options.
10 million.
What you want to do is give me 1 second, unusual options. So what you want to do is just look at the volume at the open interest and see how many orders are being put in. So you see where they bought. So like for instance, the first tab is price, and then it tells you the type, which is call, and then it'll tell you the strike. So like for instance,
a lot of people are doing puts on. So you only do the calls. You don't do any of the puts.
I mean, you can do either or. Me personally, I just do calls because doing your TA after something consolidates for a while and it breaks out of that consolidation, it rips.
No, you shouldn't even do any of this right now until you understand the fundamentals.
I'm not doing anything.
To be
I'm
honest
not
with you,
anything in yet. I'm just gonna look at this.
Just understand how to even just write a contract or buy a contract and go from there.
Bro, you shouldn't do any of this until you find out how to open up a financial statement. Do you know how to do that?
You know how
to get on financial statement? Yeah, like on Apple, go to Google
and go to Apple. I know what a financial statement is.
Everyone here can fucking throw go to this site, do this, until you fucking just know how to just go with the basics.
Actually learn how to analyze cash. You know what I mean? Cash inflows and outflows.
Options are not for gamblers. You can do a ton of strategies that allow for doing a more authentic strategies that make you a lot of steady income. So I disagree. Like, they can be used as a gambling mechanism, but you can actually make an actual strategy with it.
Yeah, options are fun to gamble on Fridays with when they're cheap, but it is actually a really good investment tool. It's a tool to invest. That's all options is.
Hold on, Mira. I'll be
if you're good at.
If you know what you're doing with options, like, you can make steady income too, if that's what you're interested in doing. If you're just thinking of it as sweet bonanza,
I need to figure out a little bit more, dude. I need to learn more about how do these work, and like, I don't even know like the plays. Like this guy, this GameStop guy, like he clearly he didn't know that this was gonna happen at GameStop. He assumed maybe a higher price, but who in their right mind 9 months ago within GameStop is gonna do something good? Like, GameStop is literally dead.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's his speculation, but he did a lot of research and learned a lot about that the stock is shorted, that people are like, I'll show you a YouTube video of him explaining all the reasons why he's going in on GameStop, and you'll have a better sense.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't just him being like, oh, highest shorted stock, let me go all in. It's not like he did that, right? He did his research and understood.
So I assume he's done this for a lot of other stocks as well,
course,
and
absolutely.
those didn't pay off. So it's like,
and he's
it's
even
literally
said that.
so that's what I'm saying. Like,
this was probably his first whale that he caught.
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
He's even said like he's
just
lost in the past with his speculations, but he firmly believes, and this is the reason why he believes in GameStop, and he gave reasons, and they were pretty valid. So. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, he could have lost it all. But the fucking stars were aligned for him, and he was able to profit. His YouTube is actually Roaring Kitty.
Roaring Kitty
and
GameStop.
he'll explain in depth like exactly what the thought process was with it.
So this guy, was he a millionaire before this?
No.
So he literally just
No,
made
like,
13 million in a matter
This is
of
life
like,
changing for him, he said at some point.
and so before this, what was he all in on? Like with that, when he did those calls, how much
Nobody
did he?
really knows actually.
Because he must have had
I'm
some
not-
money, right?
Yeah, he did. I can't remember how much money he put in at the start, but I'll link you the video of like him explaining it if you're actually interested.
When I looked at this guy's Reddit page, he only talked about GameStop. Everything else was
Yeah.
deleted.
Well, I'm looking at his YouTube, and he's been talking about GameStop for a while.
I know. That's what I'm
He's been on
saying.
Do you think he literally just single-handedly made GameStop go up by his YouTube?
No, because
No.
No,
Go
because he
click
doesn't
his
even have a lot of
name.
views on
no,
some
click
of
his
these.
name. How many subs does he have? He had less than 1K like a few months ago.
Yeah.
So however many he has now, it's what he gained in like a span of fucking 2 weeks.
I mean,
And all
the
the
reason why
attention.
GameStop went up recently is because of the new CEO. It has nothing to do with him. People really trust this guy
Mira,
to
wait.
like, change the course of GameStop.
This is 100% a short squeeze. People
And
were
that too.
liquidating. this
Yeah,
morning.
with like all the
100%.
shorting,
They were out. It
Just
went
like-
to zero today.
Volkswagen.
Anyways, you should probably just sway away from all of these right now and just understand options before you do anything, because you have the same mindset I did when I first started, and I lost like 25% of my portfolio in a matter of a day. So
That's crazy.
I would. It took me a long time using the wheel strategy, like 6 months to gain it all back. But like if you don't know what you're doing, you can lose a lot of money very fast. So I would take the time to like understand what you're doing. Go with some like penny stocks to just get the flow of creating a contract. Or
I feel like see,
writing a
that's the
contract,
thing,
buying a
dude. I feel
contract,
like this
and
is
so
gonna
on.
be very time consuming. I'm already swamped.
It's
with the
not
shit that I
time
do.
consuming once you understand the process of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
but understand it. It took me 2 years of doing a lot of real estate stuff just to get good at real estate. So it's like, how long is this gonna take me to get good at doing stock shit? Like,
I
this is-
mean, it depends. Like,
Part of me
what's
just
your
wants to just
definition
put,
of
like-
good? The strategy that everyone here is trying to poise is going to be fucking straight gambling, and like that's really not how contracts are should be
wheel
used, right?
strategy options. That's the one you talked about, right?
What did I say? What did you
Wheel-
say?
wheel
sorry?
strategy options.
Yeah.
I linked the YouTuber in the general chat.
Yeah, link any
That
helpful
guy is
stuff.
really good. Trust me.
Okay.
Yeah, you
And
can sell puts.
I gotta.
cash secure
I'm
puts.
I'm
People
also good
see
at a lot of-
options as a way to be like, oh, I can put a couple $100 and maybe
Yeah,
make
yeah, the
like
first guy.
$5,000. Oh my god, like
Saw-
this is
saw your
profit.
stream. The first guy that was on the page when you did the search, in
Yeah.
the money. That dude is really good.
The first what?
The first guy when you search the
In
wheel
the money. This
strategy
guy.
options.
This
in
the
the money,
Swede.
that guy
This
is really
Swede.
Covered
Yeah,
calls.
he's-
says
he's
you
really
know-
good.
Albino Swede right here.
good.
Look at his shirt. This is the guy you're listening to? Stonks?
Yeah, that dude is really good. Trust
He's stonking it up.
This is your guru.
How much are you paying this guy a month?
This guy has Google alerts for every time this guy posts a YouTube video.
I have 120K in my Robinhood account, and I use about all of it to generate income monthly by selling covered calls. Does that sound like anything you guys do?
Covered calls is
Yeah.
good too.
Look,
Yeah, that's-
trust me.
that's-
Look at
that's
look
like
at
20
his
that's like
likes.
30% of
go-
my portfolio, dude.
So
Trust
covered
me, this
calls, you
guy
could
is
make
good.
you could make an actual income just by selling covered calls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
But you
Basically, what it
don't
means
grow
is
your
like-
portfolio though, do you?
So here's what you're doing. Like, let's say you own 100 shares of Apple,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you can write a contract, a call contract, that basically says, I want to sell these 100 shares at a specific value. Now, now what happens is, if it doesn't reach that, or if it doesn't get exercised, your contract, you'll collect premium. So basically, what you're doing is you're collecting weekly or bi-weekly premiums from writing these contracts. So that's part of like the wheel strategy too that I was explaining.
Dude, there's so much shit here, dude. Oh my
There
god.
is for sure, but like I said, if I would, I mean, I guess it depends on.
Watch his videos on his video on options first. and then go into wheel strategy and the other stuff. You have to understand the basic first,
Okay.
and then go into the strategies. But trust me, this guy's good. Like he's not like a clickbaiter or like he's good.
I'm losing beard hairs because of this right now. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna call it for tonight, boys. Thank you for your time. Let's we'll try to make this like more common, like we'll just get on this Discord and chit chat about it. But thank you for helping.
All right, for sure.
Appreciate you guys.
Have a good one.
See ya.